Hello and welcome to the channel. If you're a fan of classic films, make sure to like and subscribe for more great movie rankings. Today we'll be counting down the 25 most famous and exciting John Wayne movies. Let's get started. Number 25, The Alamo 1960, is an epic war film directed by and starring John Wayne. Based on the famous Battle of the Alamo during the Texas Revolution, the movie chronicles the heroic stand made by Texian defenders against Mexican forces. Wayne plays Colonel Davy Crockett, leading a diverse group of men, including James Bowie and William B. Travis, in a doomed but valiant defense of the Alamo mission in San Antonio. The film is notable not only for its historical retelling, but also for Wayne's role as both a director and star. With a nearly 3-hour runtime, The Alamo blends the genres of war and western, and while it takes some liberties with historical facts, its grandeur and scope make it a quintessential film in John Wayne's legacy. The movie's massive scale, impressive set pieces, and emotionally charged performances bring to life one of the most defining moments in American history, and it remains a significant part of Wayne's storied career. Number 24. She Wore a Yellow Ribbon, 1949, is a classic western directed by John Ford, starring John Wayne as Captain Nathan Brittles. Set during the Indian Wars, the film follows Brittles, a seasoned officer who is nearing retirement, as he must lead his men on one final mission to protect a frontier fort from an impending attack by Native American forces. The film is notable for its beautiful Technicolor cinematography, highlighting the vast landscapes of the American West. While the story weaves in romance and personal drama, the true strength of She Wore a Yellow Ribbon lies in its exploration of honor, duty, and the harsh realities of frontier life. With strong performances from Wayne and his supporting cast, this film solidifies itself as a standout in both the Western genre and Wayne's prolific career, continuing the partnership between Wayne and Ford that would define a generation of Westerns. Number 23, The High and the Mighty, 1954, is a tense disaster movie that takes place aboard a troubled airplane in mid-flight. John Wayne stars as Dan Roman, a seasoned first officer who must take control when the plane encounters a life-threatening mechanical failure over the Pacific Ocean. With an ensemble cast including Robert Stack and Claire Trevor, the film focuses on the personal struggles and emotional turmoil of the passengers and crew as they face the imminent danger. Directed by William A. Wellman, The High and the Mighty was one of the earliest films to explore the disaster genre, paving the way for future films of this type. While the concept may seem dated today, its suspenseful tone and character-driven drama make it a captivating watch. Wayne's performance as a man grappling with responsibility and fear adds depth to this otherwise thrilling and dramatic tale. Number 22. Big Jake, 1971, is a late-era western where John Wayne plays the title character, an aging but still formidable rancher named Jake. The film follows Jake as he is forced to come out of retirement when his grandson is kidnapped by a gang of outlaws. Even though Jake is now a grandfather, his old-school toughness and ability to handle trouble make him the perfect man for the job. Directed by George Sherman and co-starring Richard Boone and Maureen O'Hara, Big Jake combines classic Western action with a strong sense of family and redemption. While Wayne's character is now older, the film showcases his enduring strength and presence, offering plenty of thrilling moments and emotional beats. It's a solid entry into Wayne's late-career westerns and provides an exciting, if slightly nostalgic story of a man still determined to stand up for what's right. Number 21. Sands of Iwo Jima, 1949, is a powerful World War II film that showcases John Wayne in one of his most iconic military roles. Wayne stars as Sergeant Stryker, a tough and no-nonsense Marine who leads a group of soldiers through the brutal Pacific campaign, culminating in the pivotal Battle of Iwo Jima. The film focuses on the bond between the soldiers as they face unimaginable horrors and ultimately find respect for their hardened leader. Sands of Iwo Jima is a compelling and intense war film that highlights Wayne's strength as a leader, while also portraying the emotional cost of war. Wayne's performance earned him an Academy Award nomination, cementing the film as one of his standout roles in the war genre. The film is a tribute to the bravery and sacrifices of American soldiers during the war and remains a classic in both John Wayne's filmography and the genre. Number 20. The Wings of Eagles, 1957, is a biographical war drama that marks another collaboration between John Wayne and director John Ford. In this film, Wayne portrays Frank W. "Spig" Weed, a Navy aviator and screenwriter who played a significant role in the development of naval aviation during World War II. The film explores Weed's life, his pioneering work in aviation, and his personal struggles, particularly following an accident that leaves him partially paralyzed. The Wings of Eagles is unique in that it blends historical facts with a personal narrative, capturing the emotional and professional challenges Weed faced. While not as widely known as some of Wayne's other films, it is an intriguing and heartfelt look at a lesser-known hero, and Wayne's performance brings depth and respect to the character, making it a memorable entry in his filmography. Number 19, Rio Grande, 1950, is another classic Western directed by John Ford, featuring John Wayne in the role of Lieutenant Colonel Kirby York, stationed at a fort along the Texas-Mexico border. The film blends military action with personal drama, as York must contend with Apache attacks and the emotional strain of reconnecting with his estranged son, who has just joined his regiment. Co-starring Maureen O'Hara, Rio Grande is the third installment in Ford's Cavalry trilogy, which also includes Fort Apache and She Wore a Yellow Ribbon. This film is notable for its exploration of duty, sacrifice, and family, all set against the backdrop of the rugged frontier. Wayne's performance is solid as always, and the film successfully mixes thrilling action with deeper emotional and familial themes, making it a strong entry in his career. Number 18, How the West Was Won, 1962, is a grand-scale epic that tells the story of the American frontier through multiple generations of a family. Directed by John Ford, George Marshall, and Henry Hathaway, the film is divided into several segments, each focusing on key moments in the history of the West. John Wayne appears in the segment directed by Ford, playing a supporting role in this star-studded ensemble that includes James Stewart, Gregory Peck, and Richard Widmark. The film's most notable feature is its use of the wide cinerama format, which gives it a truly epic visual scope. How the West Was Won is a sweeping narrative that captures the struggles, triumphs, and expansion of America, blending historical events with the legendary characters of the Old West. It's a movie that's both visually impressive and thematically rich, offering a broad look at the American experience during its westward expansion. Number 17, The Horse Soldiers, 1959, is a thrilling blend of Western and war drama, directed by John Ford and starring John Wayne as Colonel John Marlowe, a Union cavalry officer during the American Civil War. The story follows Marlowe as he leads a daring mission to sabotage a Confederate railroad supply line deep in enemy territory. Along the way, he faces challenges not only from the Confederate forces, but also from within his own ranks, particularly as he clashes with the tough and independent-minded Southern-born officer played by William Holden. The film is notable for its mixture of action, military strategy, and personal conflict. It's also a rare entry in Wayne's filmography that tackles the Civil War, offering a unique perspective on the conflict. The Horse Soldiers combines exciting battle sequences with thoughtful character dynamics, making it a standout in both the war and Western genres. Number 16, The Long Voyage Home at 1940, is a war drama directed by John Ford, based on the plays by Eugene O'Neill. In this film, John Wayne portrays a weary sailor aboard a cargo ship making a dangerous transatlantic voyage during World War II. The film focuses on the crew's struggles with the looming threat of war and their personal lives, with Wayne's character serving as a central figure. Known for its somber tone and atmospheric storytelling, The Long Voyage Home is one of Wayne's more underrated films. It's a departure from his usual action roles, offering a more introspective and emotional performance. The film is notable for its strong character development and the way it explores themes of duty, survival, and the camaraderie among sailors during wartime. Number 15, They Were Expendable, 1945, is a World War II film directed by John Ford and starring John Wayne as Lieutenant John Brickley, a Navy officer tasked with leading a group of soldiers in the aftermath of the attack on Pearl Harbor. The story focuses on the early days of the war in the Pacific, where a group of courageous men are sent to defend the Philippines from Japanese forces. The film is notable for its realistic portrayal of the emotional and physical toll war takes on soldiers. It presents a somber yet heroic view of the men who fought in the early days of the Pacific War, with Wayne delivering a solid performance as a leader struggling with the harsh realities of warfare. They Were Expendable is a tribute to the bravery of the soldiers and their willingness to sacrifice for the greater good, making it an enduring and powerful war film. Number 14, Three Godfathers, 1948, is a Western directed by John Ford, where John Wayne plays Robert Hightower, one of three outlaws who find themselves in a life-altering situation when they come across a dying woman and her infant child. The trio of outlaws, initially motivated by self-interest, makes a promise to the woman to deliver her baby to safety across the desert. What follows is a heartwarming tale of redemption and heroism as the outlaws face extreme odds to honor their promise. This film is a unique blend of action, adventure, and heartfelt drama, offering a more morally complex side of Wayne's character. 3. Godfathers is a standout Western that not only showcases Wayne's typical tough guy persona, but also explores deeper themes of sacrifice, friendship, and the human capacity for change. Number 13, Fort Apache, 1948, is a John Ford-directed Western that sees John Wayne playing Captain Kirby York, an experienced officer stationed at a remote fort in the American West. The film focuses on York's leadership and the growing tensions between the fort's troops and Native American tribes, particularly as a flawed and prideful lieutenant, played by Henry Fonda, risks their safety due to his own misguided beliefs. Fort Apache is notable for its nuanced portrayal of military life and its more sympathetic approach to Native American issues, which was less common for Westerns of its time. The film delves into themes of honor, sacrifice, and the consequences of arrogance, making it not only an exciting adventure, but also a thoughtful commentary on leadership and legacy. Wayne's performance adds gravitas to the film, making it a standout in his extensive filmography. Number 12, The Cowboys, 1972, is a Western that marks a significant shift in John Wayne's career as he plays a more vulnerable character in his later years. Wayne portrays Will Anderson, an aging rancher who is forced to hire a group of young boys to help him drive cattle across the wilderness after his original crew is killed. The film is darker and more violent than many of Wayne's previous works, with the boys rising to the challenge of proving their courage and maturity. The Cowboys is notable not only for its action and adventure, but also for its emotional depth, as Wayne's character transitions from a tough, seasoned cowboy to a mentor who must rely on the next generation. The film is often seen as a bittersweet swan song to Wayne's era of Westerns, offering a compelling mix of heroism and coming-of-age themes. Number 11, Babyface, 1933, is a pre-code drama in which John Wayne has a brief but noteworthy role as a young man involved with the lead character, Lily Powers, played by Barbara Stanwyck. While Wayne's role is minor compared to Stanwyck's commanding performance, Babyface stands out as an early example of Wayne's versatility. The film tells the story of Lily, a woman who uses her sexuality to climb the social ladder, manipulating her way through powerful men in the business world. Babyface is notable for its bold and controversial themes, which were characteristic of the pre-code era, before Hollywood imposed strict censorship guidelines. Although Wayne is not the focus of the film, Babyface remains significant as part of his early career, where he began to make his mark before his rise to stardom in Westerns. Number 10, The Shootist, 1976, is John Wayne's final film, and it serves as a poignant send-off to his iconic career. In this Western, Wayne portrays J.B. Brooks, an aging gunfighter diagnosed with terminal cancer who comes to terms with his past while living out his final days in a small town. The film blends melancholy with action, as Brooks faces the inevitable end of his violent lifestyle and must confront the ghosts of his past. With a stellar supporting cast that includes Lauren Bacall, Ron Howard, and Jimmy Stewart. The Shootist is not only an action-packed Western, but also a deeply emotional exploration of legacy, mortality, and redemption. The film stands as a fitting tribute to Wayne, allowing him to reflect on his career while delivering one last memorable performance in a genre that made him a legend. Number 9. El Dorado, 1966, is a classic western directed by Howard Hawks, featuring John Wayne as Cole Thornton, a gunslinger hired to help a rancher defend his land from a ruthless competitor. Alongside him is a strong supporting cast, including Robert Mitchum as the drunken sheriff J.P. Harrah and James Caan in an early role as a young gunslinger. The film follows the characters as they navigate betrayal, loyalty, and honor while engaging in thrilling gunfights and confrontations. El Dorado is often regarded as one of the finest traditional westerns of the 1960s, offering action, humor, and character-driven drama. Wayne's portrayal of Thornton is both tough and compassionate, and his dynamic with Mitchum adds depth to the film's central relationships. With its classic western themes and solid performances, El Dorado remains a standout in Wayne's later career. Number 8. The Quiet Man, 1952, is a unique and beloved film directed by John Ford, showcasing John Wayne in a rare departure from his usual tough guy roles. In this romantic drama, Wayne plays Sean Thornton, an American boxer who returns to his ancestral home in Ireland to find peace and redemption. However, his past follows him, and he becomes entangled in a tumultuous relationship with the fiery Mary-Kate Danaher, played by Maureen O'Hara. The film blends romance, comedy, and drama, with stunning Irish landscapes and heartfelt storytelling. The Quiet Man is notable for its emotional depth, its celebration of Irish culture, and for presenting Wayne in a more vulnerable light, offering a softer and more charming performance. The film's mix of humor, romance, and beautiful scenery makes it one of the most enduring films in Wayne's career. Number 7. The Longest Day, 1962, is an epic war film that depicts the events of the D-Day landings during World War II from multiple perspectives: American, British, French, and German. John Wayne plays Brigadier General Norman Cota, who leads the American forces as they land on the beaches of Normandy. The film is remarkable for its all-star cast, including Robert Mitchum, Richard Burton, and Sean Connery, and its massive scope, with over 40 speaking parts and extensive battlefield sequences. Directed by Ken Anakin, Andrew Martin, and Bernhard Wicki, The Longest Day presents the largest and most complicated amphibious assault in history, with meticulous attention to detail. Wayne's role in this sprawling narrative is a key part of the film's focus on the heroism and sacrifice of those who participated in the D-Day invasion. This movie remains one of the most definitive portrayals of one of World War II's most pivotal moments. Number 6. Red River, 1948, is a landmark western directed by Howard Hawks, with John Wayne playing Thomas Dunson, a tough and stubborn cattle rancher who embarks on a dangerous cattle drive across hundreds of miles to Missouri. The film is notable for its exploration of the strained father-son relationship between Dunson and his adopted son, played by Montgomery Clift, as the two clash over the brutal demands of the drive. Red River is often cited as one of the first revisionist westerns, as it delves deeper into themes of power, control, and morality. Wayne's performance as the hard-nosed Dunson is both commanding and layered, making it one of his most complex roles. The film is also recognized for its stunning cinematography, tense storytelling, and the underlying exploration of family dynamics. It remains a classic in the Western genre and a pivotal film in John Wayne's career. Number 5. Stagecoach, 1939, is the film that launched John Wayne to stardom, solidifying him as a major Hollywood leading man. Directed by John Ford, this iconic Western follows a diverse group of passengers traveling by stagecoach through dangerous Indian territory, facing both natural and human threats along the way. Wayne plays the Ringo Kid, an outlaw seeking revenge, but whose involvement in the stagecoach ride leads to moments of heroism and personal transformation. Stagecoach is not just a gripping adventure, but also a character-driven story that explores themes of social class, morality, and redemption. The film's blend of action, character study, and Ford's masterful direction, coupled with Wayne's charismatic performance, makes it a defining film in both his career and the Western genre. It's considered one of the greatest films of all time, and Wayne's portrayal of the Ringo Kid became one of the most beloved characters in cinema history. Number 4. Rio Bravo 1959 is a quintessential Western that showcases John Wayne in one of his most memorable roles as Sheriff John T. Chance. Directed by Howard Hawks, the film follows Chance as he holds a dangerous prisoner in jail while awaiting reinforcements, all the while dealing with a gang of ruthless criminals trying to break him out. Alongside Wayne, the film features a stellar supporting cast including Dean Martin, Ricky Nelson, Angie Dickinson, and Walter Brennan. Rio Bravo is renowned for its tight-knit character development, sharp dialogue, and suspenseful pacing, making it one of the finest examples of the Western genre. It is often seen as a counterpoint to films like High Noon, offering a more optimistic portrayal of heroism and camaraderie. Wayne's performance as a determined and resourceful lawman is a highlight, and the film's enduring popularity has cemented it as a classic in his filmography. Number 3. The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, 1962. This Western, directed by John Ford, is one of the most thought-provoking films in John Wayne's career. Wayne stars as Tom Doniphan, a rugged frontier lawman who becomes involved in the story of Rance Stoddard, played by James Stewart, a young lawyer who stands up to the infamous outlaw Liberty Valance. The film's central theme revolves around the evolution of the American West and the complicated nature of heroism and truth. It explores the tension between myth and reality, as Stoddard becomes a political figure, thanks to the legend of how he shot Liberty Valance, despite it actually being Doniphan who fired the fatal shot. The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance is a powerful exploration of the Old West's changing values, and Wayne's performance is both tough and vulnerable, showing a more reflective side of his iconic characters. The film's enduring influence, memorable dialogue, and stellar performances from both Wayne and Stewart make it one of the best Westerns ever made. We're almost at the end of our countdown, and now we move to number 2. True Grit, 1969, is one of John Wayne's most iconic films, earning him his only Academy Award for Best Actor. In this Western, Wayne plays Rooster Cogburn, a grizzled, tough-as-nails U.S. Marshal who is hired by a young girl, Mattie Ross, to track down the man who murdered her father. The film is notable not only for Wayne's Oscar-winning performance, but also for the dynamic between him and Kim Darby, who plays the determined Mattie. True Grit blends action, humor, and heartfelt moments, with Wayne's portrayal of the deeply flawed but honorable Cogburn standing as one of his most memorable roles. The film's influence was so lasting that it inspired a 2010 remake by the Coen brothers. With its strong storytelling and Wayne's powerhouse performance, True Grit remains a staple in the Western genre and a testament to Wayne's enduring legacy. Finally, we're at Ukis number 1 title, the moment we've all been waiting for. Before we reveal it, make sure to like this video and to subscribe twice to the channel so you don't miss out on more classic movie rankings and film discussions. Let's go to number 1. The Searchers, 1956, is not only the greatest John Wayne film, but also one of the greatest films ever made. Directed by John Ford, The Searchers follows Wayne as Ethan Edwards, a Civil War veteran who embarks on a relentless and morally complex search for his niece, who has been kidnapped by Comanches. The film is a powerful exploration of vengeance, obsession, and redemption. Wayne's performance as Ethan is often regarded as one of his finest, presenting a character who is deeply flawed yet unforgettable. Faster indeed, The Searchers is a landmark in Western cinema, known for its sweeping cinematography, the depth of its themes, and the profound influence it has had on generations of filmmakers. The film's complexity, the tension between myth and reality, and its critique of Western ideals make it a timeless classic. With its emotional resonance and stunning storytelling, The Searchers stands as the ultimate achievement in John Wayne's illustrious career.